When we say that we are a tribal nation, it is not true. I, from Meru, have voted Raila all my life. So you cannot tell me we are a tribal country. We follow policies, we follow leaders that we believe in. Okay? So we are not tribal, and we do not intend to be tribal in the future. We must break the barriers of tribalism. We must vote leaders on policy.
Thank you very much.
Unajua hii Kenya, siasa ya Kenya ni ngumu. And I make predictions that happen. We are going towards election. Before we get to 2027, a lot of people within the political space will go to Sayuni. You will see very mysterious deaths.
That's happening.
Members of parliament, MCAs, a governor who just looked healthy the other day, today is gone. What's wrong? He had cancer. Oh, cancer is so bad. No, the matrix has to ingiane.
The calculation pre-election.
So huyu jamaa akiwa hapa, because they are now thinking about how do they survive post 2032. Huyu jamaa akiwa hapa, we want this one to be taking charge of this. You can either be bought or be done away with.
You're done away with if you don't agree.
Yes. So sometimes you have to choose between dying as a good man or living as a monster.
And I think that's the biggest dilemma, Ichungwa, all these politicians who people think, that person does not have a brain. Of course they do.
They do.
They do.
They do have a brain.
Just chosen aside.
Just chosen aside.
Yes.
Yes. If it were you, do you choose to live as a monster or die as a good man? And we are in a country where good men die poor and very...
all the time.
Very, very untimely death. Tomboy had only one car, a minister. One, a Mercedes. He was coming up, when you listen to him, you could hear minister speaking. The plans he has for the country. He was gunned down in broad daylight. Michael Clement Arkwing Skothek was the first advocate we had in this country. He used to represent Mau Mau fighters for free on pro bono basis. He was killed. Akitoka kwa baa yenye baba ya Obama alitoka through the same circumstances. Mysterious accidents. Pio Gama Pinto was Jaramogi Oginga Odinga's strategist. How do you make Jaramogi Oginga Odinga blind, mute, and deaf? You kill his strategist. Pio Gama Pinto was killed. First member of parliament for Parklands. So when you are honest, brilliant in this country, your life is in danger. You have to be crooked. That's why crooked people die very old. How old was Biwott when he died?
Can you chill?
He died 80. Crooked and rugged.
Yes. But he was mentioned around very inhumane actions. But no one killed him. He died in old age. You look at Anyona. Anyona died poor na madeni. Alijengewa nyumba baada ya kufa. Because he was a man of principle and all that. So in our attempt to uproot this system, we are fighting a very determined dragon that is determined to stay where it is and continue dominating. Nilikwambia they have created a system where kuhama kutoka Kayole kuja Kileleshwa. Kwani umefanya nini? Kwanza wakisikia ulitoka Kayole ukakuja sasa unaishi Kileleshwa. You will be asked questions. You will hear when you are appearing on TV, a journalist has been tasked to ask you, how did you move from Kayole to Kileleshwa?
And then finally you are visible. You are a person finally.
Yes.
In Kayole you are not a person.
Finally, That's why there's a statement called escaping poverty. You literally have to escape.
Running away, literally.
Yes. You know, you only escape in places where it is designed to hold you there.
Yeah.
And you are uncomfortable staying there. So you have to escape. Get away from that environment. So the actions the government is doing is to divert and curtail every action of upsetting the status quo. That's why they even force on you some opposition leaders. They want you to declare so and so as the opposition because he's someone they can deal with. But if you stick on somebody that has nothing they can work with, when minister, when they think about corruption, you've never appeared anywhere. When they think about education, all your certificates are well acquired. When they think about, you've never been appeared anywhere.
And right now, even the president has realized that the people in these cities are the ones who are so enlightened that they know what is supposed to be done. He's now camping in rural areas. The president goes to Bungoma in Webuye, in a very remote area, and launches a transformer there. So for you and me, we will say this is rubbish. What is the president doing? But there is a person in Webuye, in Sipala there, who has never left Webuye since they were born. They have been using this koroboi. And then they see a president in an area where even an MCA doesn't go. And this president is launching a transformer, and at the end of the day they can press something on the wall and light is in the house. We have an uphill task on convincing that person that the person who launched this transformer is not a good person for us. You know, as in the city, we are like, what is the president doing? Launching a transformer. But he was in Meru. Was it in Meru? Where he launched some sewer system. Nilikuwa nimesema ata launch mtaro akienda Mount Kenya. And he actually did it.
He launched a mtaro.
Yes.
He had said, but he did it.
Yeah, he did it. For us, we can analyze things. How about the people who are away from information? We need to find a way of getting to them and telling them, because the president has realized that they are the only ones who can elect him. And we should get to them first before he gets to them. So that when he gets to them, they are like, oh, ni ule tuliambiwa, we are tutaki. But if we keep quiet and he will let him make these strides, it will be hard for us to catch up. Let us not assume. I've been in opposition for some time. I know how things start going south. Being dismissive about how people are doing things. And we should not be dismissive and assume that people hate Ruto so much they will not vote. There should be very deliberate actions to make sure that people vote to get him out. I like how Mount Kenya does their things. It's very intentional for them. In the morning, on the voting day, there are people knocking on every door to make sure that everybody goes to vote. But us who come from areas like Western, in a family of 7 people, only 2 come out to vote. And the others are wondering, why did you wake up so early to go and vote? Unaenda kupea mtu kazi kwa nini? Kwani, what's wrong with you?
Hauna kazi yako?
Hey. Mwingine anaona ako na duka, mimi niko na duka yangu. Siwezi enda kupiga kura. Ria, saa hii wamegundua kumbe ukipigia mtu hajielewi, utafunga hiyo duka. So we need to get to people who do not access information the way we do.
How do we do that?
What is the president doing?
People have access to information. They have radio. They have access to all this.
They have their phones.
They have their phones.
You need to activate something.
Literacy levels in this country are quite high.
Somebody will see something about politics and how things are working, then they will scroll to a dancing video. We should make that person go back to that clip where they are talking about public debt and listen. And make that person understand the effect debt has on his life as an individual. That when we have a very big debt, you will have to be taxed more. It will affect service delivery of government.
Yeah.
And they will force you with some laws, kama ile Sabina Chega alikuwa ameleta, and for you to plant vegetables, you needed to be given a certificate from where, you needed like 90,000 to plant sukuma. And we need to actually tell people that this is wrong. You can be having information, but how do you synthesize that information? That is what we need to activate people.
Okay.
Somebody could be reading this newspaper. Asubuhi umempata na gazeti. But ukimuuliza kuhusu hii story ya juu. Aliangalia nyuma Betika, akaona magazine ya Aziad, na kawacha.
Hizo.
Yes. And you've seen them read the newspaper, you would assume that person has information. That's why we need to be, mimi ningekuwa ati niko na capacity like the people have, I'll be all over the country right now.
Talking real issues to the people.
Real issues.
Thank you very much. So far on Fixing the Nation, Simiyu has been my favorite guest. That's Ian Muli. Says that.
And Ken Korir has said you're the fixer of the month. So I think what you're doing is creating impact.
Yes.
And we appreciate you coming to share that with us today.
Asante sana. Asante sana.